Hello, once again. Mark Carlin, the Results Hypnotist, live from New York, here to give you some tips on stopping smoking. Today, I want to go over some of the tips that were provided by the FDA. I was reading over some of these things, and I thought they were very interesting. Some things that I could share with you. I don't agree with everything the FDA says on many things, as a matter of fact, on many matters, and it's no different on this quitting smoking tips. Here's something I do agree with. Oh, and I'm going to tell you some eye-opening, really amazing things that the FDA recommended, and it just blew my mind as to what I found out that was really was amazing. So stay tuned. I have some really fantastic information. I mean, it blew my mind. Here we go. The number one tip from the FDA on quitting smoking is know your reasons. Now, find it very interesting over the last, I think this is day 15 or 16 for me. I'm well into my third week now, which is really cool. However, on this tips, the FDA recommends you know your reasons. Well, quite a number of times during these, now into my third week of giving these tips for you, stop smoking tips, I mentioned your personal reasons. In fact, the last couple of days, I went over a whole list of reasons that people have provided so that you could get your own mind wrapped around the idea of what are your reasons for quitting. Because you probably have similar reasons to other people who have quit, and perhaps you haven't been able to put it into words. You haven't been able to really latch on to those reasons. You just know you want to quit. Knowing the way other people phrase it or the things they focused on that were helpful for them will help you as well. And that's why I went over those in the last couple of days. So if you missed that, you can go back into my Stop Smoking Tip Facebook page, and you can look through the videos that are already done, or go to, you can find me on YouTube, where I've also uploaded these videos up to YouTube. While you're here, share this with other people. There are plenty of other people, probably people you know, that are looking to quit smoking, and these videos are designed to help them on their journey to be a non-smoker. So they say know your reasons. Okay, know your reasons. They talk about their reasons people give are lifestyle changes. They want to change their lifestyle. They might have financial reasons for quitting. Yes, cigarette smoking is really expensive. I mentioned it a number of times. It's almost $500 a month right here in New York if you're an average smoker. That's a lot of money. That could buy you a nice, at least lease you a nice car at $500 a month. Also being able to smell better and smell your food, taste your food better. Those things are what were recommended by the FDA. That's the Federal Drug and Alcohol, right? FDA. Federal Drug, FDA. Okay. They also say, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Okay. I've told you about this process is a journey. It's trial and error. It's unlikely that you'll decide to quit one day and then put the cigarettes down and never pick them up again. It's more typical for people to quit a number of times, stop smoking a number of times until they finally figure out what works for them, or they finally get up to the point where they're so disgusted with cigarettes and smoking and having to walk outside in minus 12-degree wind chill factor so they could smoke. I mean, that's what we experienced here in the last week. That's crazy. You know, it takes a little bit of time for this to register. So just be kind to yourself. Stay on this journey. And they also talk about knowing the FDA-approved products. Now, this is where it just blew my mind. But before I talk about blowing my mind, I want you to know that I'm here to help you. So I'm right here in New York City, Midtown East, as a matter of fact, in a beautiful neighborhood. You can come visit me in my office. I work over Skype, Zoom, any kind of online app, as well as phone. I've worked with phone clients way before the internet was around. Not a problem. Anywhere in the world, you can access working with me to help you to be a non-smoker. Give me a call at 212-223-1832 or log on to my website, hypnoticstate.com. Email me in some way, contact me. We'll arrange some kind of a strategy session for you. Take advantage of it. It's time for you to be done with this. So they talk about the FDA-approved products to help you quit. Now, this is where I diverge from the path of the FDA. They talk about nicotine being an extremely addictive drug, and I'm not sure I agree with that. In fact, I know I don't agree with that. I don't believe it's an addictive drug. I've worked with people many, many years with this, and it's not the drug that keeps people smoking. It's the feeling they get in that they've developed based upon the ritual of smoking. It's just a habit formation. They've associated good feelings with smoking cigarettes. The feelings that they've associated with smoking are actually the exact opposite feeling that nicotine provides to them. How is that possible? How is that possible? Really? People smoke so they could feel calm. Nicotine is a stimulant. How is it possible that you could smoke, feel relaxed when you're presented with a drug that's causing you to be excited? Doesn't happen. It's not the drug. So when they say FDA-approved products, their approved products are nicotine replacement therapy, nicotine patches, nicotine gums, nicotine inhalers. Those things are what they recommend. And nicotine replacement therapy, NRT, I searched online, and I could not find a single study that gave me their success rate. Not one study that gave me a conclusive number of how successful they are. I've read a bunch of things that estimated. Now, why should there be an estimate? If the FDA is telling you that you can quit smoking by using this replacement therapy, there should be some kind of a study with a success rate attached to it. What I've read in the past was that it was in single digits in success. Okay, single digits. That's over 90% failure rate if it's in single digits. I've also read that it might be somewhere in the 15% to 20 or 30% range. That's still very low. And I want to remind you that none of this is documented. These are just hearsay numbers. People trying to extrapolate numbers based upon other things, what they think might be going on, which doesn't, it's not true. It's just somebody giving their opinion. My opinion is that nicotine replacement therapy is not very effective. It does work for some people. Obviously, I do not recommend working with people who have that when I'm working with people. When I'm working with people, I don't recommend somebody also use nicotine replacement therapy because nicotine is not the drug of addiction that people think it is. And people are not smoking because they're addicted, physically addicted to nicotine. If you're physically addicted to nicotine, you would not be able to ride on an airplane for 6 hours without climbing the walls, without being required to be tied down into your seat or put into a straitjacket because you just needed that fix. And everybody knows you cannot smoke on an airplane. How does that work? It just doesn't make sense to me. And if you think about it logically, it wouldn't make sense to you either. I don't suggest you not use nicotine replacement therapy if you want to. I'm just saying that is not necessary. And I haven't found any kind of documentation saying what the results, what the percentages are. Hey, prove me wrong. Send me the information. Show me where I could find it. I'd like to know if nicotine replacement therapy is effective. Hey, I'll be the first to recommend it to anybody who comes to me. Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? I'm here to help you to become a non-smoker. My name is Mark Carlin. I'm the Results Hypnotist. My number, you can reach me for a strategy session, is 212-223-1832. I work globally. Give me a call. Thanks. Hey, take care. Have a great day. Stay warm, especially if you have to go outside.